Carolyn Dubie here. What's the play for today? Today, it's a very dreamlike kind of play, and dreamlike meaning the kind of gel press print that I made. I wanted something very soft, almost like colorful clouds, but just a real dreamy kind of feeling to it. So to create that, I was playing around with Christy Taylor's alcohol ink, some paint in the plate, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how to get that look. Dreamy prints like this start by creating a puddle of paint. Now I'm going to use white paint. That way the color of the alcohol ink really shines with this. And then I'm going to put one color of ink in each pile of paint. And of course, if you want to use two colors, you'll need 2 piles of paint. If you want 10 colors, you'll need 10 piles of paint. For what I'm doing here, I really like having 3 piles. And you'll notice I didn't very precisely put that alcohol ink on the pile. It just has to be in the neighborhood. Then, taking the brayer, it's just about blending and moving that paint all around. And as you're doing that, the alcohol ink is mixing with the paint. You can see all those wonderful soft colors there. This is a very, very forgiving process because if you want more color, you simply add a few more drops of your alcohol ink right there onto the paint. I really love how Christy Taylor's inks play around with the white paint. Now I've got these extra colors in here that I've added on top, and then I'm simply just brayering them around. Getting a little bit here, a little bit there, just getting a wonderful mix of color and intensity to give it that really dreamy look. So now it's time to stick some paper on there and take this print. Now, the paper that I'm using, it happens to be a 90-pound cardstock, but you can use any kind of paper that you like using. For those of you that like using copy paper, go for it. Which paper you use is really personal preference. And for me, this is the paper that I enjoy using, but by no means is it the only one that you can use. So here's the first pull where I've got all these soft, dreamy colors blended around there. But this isn't all that's on that plate. There's still more paint there. And what I'm going to do, instead of just taking a straight ghost print, is I'm going to add another color to it. I'm going to add some soft pink here as another layer of paint to this. And I'm just going to brayer it right over that paint, even though the paint's a little damp, not going to bother me. And I chose this soft pink because I just wanted something that went along with the dreamy colors that I had going on. So I wanted a soft pastel to go with this. Now I'm going to put the paper on top of this, but I was pretty generous with that pink, maybe even a little more generous than I intended. So what that means is I'm going to need to give this a moment to kind of set up to do a little bit of drying there before I lift the print. So if you've used less paint than what I did, if you, say, didn't give it a good frosting of paint there, you won't have to wait nearly as long. But for me, this is a time where I can kind of clean up the space around here, put caps on things, and take care of anything else that I need to while I just give this a moment. And this is in real time, so you're seeing how long I'm waiting here for this before I lift it up. And I do want you to know that this level of patience is pretty much about what I can top out on. So yeah, I can't wait any longer. I'm going to take this pull. So I've got a really soft, cloudy, dreamy one on this one. And there's still a bunch of paint on that gel press plate, so you better believe I'm going in for a ghost print here. Now this isn't the only thing you can do with the gel press plate. There are gazillions of things. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as there's a new gel press video out. All right, so here is the ghost print. And I'll admit it, I play favorites sometimes, and favorites for me tend to be the ghost print. Now, I'm not saying the other prints aren't awesome too, just my favorites tend to be the ghost print. And by the way, doing something like this is a great way to make a whole set of coordinating papers quickly and easily. Well, thanks for joining me for today's play, and thank you for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.